Good morning, I'm Mesdeline, and I'm bringing you an oracle card from the Sacred Rebels deck, which I just love. And today's card is Heaven Sent. You can see my fingernails need help. You know, all the beauty salons are shut down. So anyway, Heaven Sent. Just as we receive gifts in the physical world through the thoughtfulness of others to acknowledge how much we mean to them, so too we receive gifts on other levels, including the spiritual level. A spiritual gift is something that happens through grace. We ask for help and it may be given in response to that request. In fact, all requests of help are answered. A spiritual gift can also be given without us asking for anything at all, at least not consciously. Sometimes it is our hearts that cry out for help. While we are busy getting on with our to-do lists, we often don't stop to think about what our hearts might need. If we do, and an immediate solution is not obvious, we just get on with life, either letting the issue be or taking the more painful option of dwelling on it without seeing how it might be resolved. However, there is a loving benevolence in life that knows exactly what we need and how it can best come to us, even when we are not quite so clear. This force actively seeks to assist us in walking our life path. That loving sweetness is being offered to you now, or soon will be, in the form of a spiritual gift. Your spiritual gift may be symbolic. It may be something that seems ordinary but holds a lot of meaning to you. It might be an object that catches your eye and mesmerizes you. You might think you're appreciating how lovely it looks, but it is the underlying energy that captures you. Something in the appearance, color, or shape speaks to you and is perhaps answering an unspoken prayer. It is not the object that is the gift. That is just the wrapping. The actual gift is subtle, yet effective empowerment. It is like a spiritual booster shot that helps you move forward in life with additional zing, extra strength, and greater peace. You will be empowered to accomplish tasks that you may have nearly but not quite been able to manage on your own through the bestowal of a spiritual gift. The spiritual gift may or may not be recognizable to you. It may be very obvious and offer a windfall, a trip, a friendship, a new lover, or a remarkable healing in a current relationship. It might be far more subtle and even more powerful, such as a jolt of energy that allows you to perceive things differently, all of a sudden, and perhaps solve a problem that has been plaguing you. It will be bestowed as and when it is needed in the form that will best serve the love in you. This oracle comes with a message that you are to trust in the things that you feel and say to others without knowing why. It moves them. You might not understand, but through trust, you're allowing yourself not to overthink and censor yourself. As you are able to become a vessel through which the spiritual gift can be passed on to others, don't block yourself. Let life happen through you. Only benefit can come from this. You are being helped. It is simple to receive the gift that is headed your way. So I wanted to talk about something really important. This is a time when we're all in this global timeout, and for some it's a time of real darkness. You know, darkness of the spirit, darkness of the heart. There's a lot of people that are in, the stay in order, stay in home, that are alone and that are lonely, and some of them are extroverts, and they get recharged through other people, and especially for them, it's just such an awful time. And then for others like me, we're empaths, and so we're feeling all that fear in the world. I mean, it's a global fear. It's all around us. And it's hard to I know there are days when I have my moments when it's just, I just become overwhelmed with that fear. And I kind of take an emotional dip down, but then I come back up because there's so much beauty in the world. And so I wanted to tell you about something that happened the other day, I created this group in Messenger, and it was a group of women that are of like mind, and they're on a spiritual path, and women that I've known for a long time, and then a couple of people that I don't know very well. And I just thought I wanted to bring them together in a way online, that was positive. And I said that I wanted to have a women's retreat at the end of May if the lockdown order gets lifted. And if not, then I'll reschedule it. And this one woman in the group wrote this big long response, jumped right into the fear and wrote this big long response about the virus and putting people at risk and so forth. And then it was a lecture on the virus and washing your hands and everything. And it was just not the place. And so I took her out of the group, and then someone was like, "You're being judgmental, taking this person out of the group because there's people who are fearful and they need our support and everything." And that's so true that they need our support. I was not being judgmental because this is a person that I've reached, that we've reached out to each other. Actually, this is a time when I do reach out to people. I do call people that I know that need help, they just need to know that they have value, that they're important in my life, they're important to the world. And every day I call people who I know are suffering. But this was a place that I was creating where I wanted to focus on love. Everywhere around us, we hear about the COVID virus. You can't turn on the TV. You can't scroll through your Facebook feed. You can't, it's every email I open from a business, for instance, like to pay a credit card bill or to pay my internet bill or whatever. First thing, COVID virus update. Everything around us. And I just wanted to have that one place that was free from that. And what I learned is that I didn't make that obvious. I invited people that I thought would be on the same wavelength, and we all aren't on that same wavelength, and that's okay. It's not judgmental. It's just that we all need a place, especially right now, that is more love focused than fear focused. And that's what I want to tell you. We need a place that is more love focused than fear focused. And so it's important to create that space. Maybe in your own home, you might live alone, or you might have family with you too, but there's a place that you can create where you can go to just get away from it. Whether it's sitting out in the yard under a tree, or looking out the kitchen window, or just find a place, make a little like maybe a little altar, hold a crystal or something that is a reminder to you of the light, and just hold that and let that, whatever you're holding, I don't know what it might be, but something that reminds you of the light, that reminds you of love. And as you hold it, it's that reminder. And then maybe put it in your pocket, or carry it with you somehow, set it somewhere in your space. You might put up, some kind of positive affirmation, like, in this moment, let only love and light, come in and influence me, or fill me up, or a prayer, that you could put on a little sticky note in your little space, and just imagine going into that loving and light space and leaving the rest of the world behind, because that's okay. It's okay for your heart to have that space that isn't fear-filled. And then for me, I also practice. I don't listen to the news. I don't read the articles. Once in a while I do, to, be informed or whatever. But at first it was like all day, every day. I think we're all sucked into this common vortex. And then it was like, okay, a lot of repetition, you know. Nobody really knows what's going on. It's all a bunch of speculation and a bunch of predictions, and and I don't need that in my life. I need to focus on love and light and healing and giving from my heart to help other people. If I get into that dark place, how can I help anybody else, right? So please create that space in your life, a little physical space if you can, but definitely an emotional, mental space where you can just leave all the fear out there, outside of your bubble, and just have this bubble filled with light and love, because the universe is there for you. Divine love is there for you. And the more you focus on it, the easier it will be to get through this difficult time. I love you so much. Namaste.